his cardboard box into the Enterprise. And so we would get into his box, and my sister would get into her box, and we talk about blowing her out of the sky because she was a...
Hi, I'm J.E. Sutton Jr.
And I'm Jeannie.
This is the Co-Authored Life,
where we discuss what's going on in ours.
This week, we're going to give an update about our house repairs that we talked about last week.
100 years old.
Yes. We're going to talk about Happy Medium Bookstore's 3rd birthday, which we went to today. We'll talk about that. And then we're going to finish up today talking about Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, and overall the 60th anniversary of Star Trek. So
60 years.
60 years.
All right, so let's dive right in. First of all, the house.
Yep.
So we spent all week sheltered in the back of the house. It's not really the back of the house. Our house is like split or something. I don't really know how to explain it. But anyway, we had to close off doors because Nutmeg usually likes to help people when they try to fix things in the house.
It's very helpful.
So because we didn't want her to be helpful, we closed doors and we stayed with her while they did a lovely job of repairing our bathroom floor.
Yeah, they really did.
Yeah.
So they took out the entire floor. We're hoping to have pictures for that, but we'll see. We definitely have before and after pictures, but they took out the entire floor, including the subfloor, which left just a grid work of the 2x4s on an off-grade house, which is one of the real reasons we wanted to make sure that Nutmeg wasn't loose, because we didn't want her jumping down in there and us having to chase her and try to get her back up.
Yeah, because I'm not doing that.
That would have been a challenge. So then they replaced the subfloor and the cement board underneath, and they sealed all that. And then they put this very lovely wood grain ceramic tile that Jeannie picked out at Lowe's.
Lowe's, yeah.
I went to Lowe's, looked at every tile imaginable, and we really wanted a wood. We flirted with going with a LFP, like a wood.
LVP?
LVP, yeah.
What would the F be?
I don't remember.
Linoleum floor paneling?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it is LFP, though.
No, it's LVP.
It's LVP?
Laminated vinyl planks.
Yeah, there you go. So, but
we didn't go that route.
We didn't go that route because in an off-grade house, moisture can get underneath the house and can cause warping.
We have some warping in our dining room.
We do.
In our wood floor.
With our wood floors, because the wood floors are very old.
Yeah.
They're.
I don't know if they're original or not, but they look like it.
I don't know that they're 100 years old, but they are quite old. Certainly decades old. And so there is a little bit of warping in a couple, not everywhere, but in a couple of areas that we need to get repaired. So they put down this very, very nice wood grain ceramic tile.
Porcelain.
Sorry, you're right. Porcelain tile with a mocha colored grout.
Yep.
Very dark grout, which makes it look really, really nice. It makes it look very, very much like a wood floor. And it's really, really nice now.
And it's so nice not to have to straddle the floor when you're going to the bathroom.
About falling through the subfloor, which we saw pictures of, and I actually examined the material. It had gotten what had happened was the grout on the original tile was not done right, and so cracks formed in the grout, and moisture seeped into the that space between the tile and the flooring, the subfloor, and it damaged the...
Do you think they didn't do a cement pad?
There was a cement pad, but I'm not sure it was as robust as the one that they put in this time. There's definitely cement pad down, but I think it might have been thinner, slightly thinner cement pad. So moisture got in there, wasn't sealed properly, and it damaged the wood. And in a couple of places, the wood gave way, and that was what caused the floor to sag, and what caused a couple of the areas to be pretty much
damaged, destroyed.
Was just the tile and the remnants of the cement pad that was holding it in place, which wouldn't really hold a lot of weight. So if you stepped on it, it would sink.
There are a few times I thought I was going through.
Yeah. So luckily it never did actually give way completely, but we had learned to sort of straddle the areas where there was a firm foothold. Luckily we decided not luckily, Jeannie finally decided she had enough.
It's usually how it goes.
And
Jerry will live with it because, and Jeannie's like, nope, I've had enough. This is getting fixed.
And Jerry will say, thank God.
Yeah. So we went out to thank First Coast Contracting. They were fabulous. Their price was very fair.
Yeah.
I had done some pricing and some of them were ridiculous, but some of them didn't want to listen to what I was telling them was the problem. So they're like, oh, we're going to do your whole bathroom. It's going to cost
$30,000.
Yeah.
Quote, $35,000?
No, it's $35,000 to $47,000.
Which is 3 times what we paid to rebuild the entire
10
thing
times what we
10
paid.
years ago. Which
10 years ago.
It was 10 years ago, so I get inflation, but it ain't 4 times as much.
10 or 15 years?
10 years.
Okay.
It was 10 years.
So anyway, that's done, and we're thankful now to have a working second bathroom. We did have another bathroom that was tiny, and
yeah, it's a really, really tiny bathroom that's part of what I think would be described today as a mother-in-law suite.
Yeah.
It's a really, really self-closed area that you can close off as a guest suite with its own bathroom. So we were able to use that for the 4 days that our bathroom was out of commission. It works, but it's certainly not a pleasant experience.
No.
Crawling, as Jeannie said, the last time we used that bathroom, and that used to be our only bathroom for taking showers because the main bathroom when we moved in,
we talked about that.
Didn't have a shower, right? We talked about that. So, but as she pointed out this week, we were a lot younger and a lot more limber in those days. That was 20 years ago when we did that, or 10 years ago when we finally got that bathroom placed. So we're really happy with it now. We just got moved back into the bathroom, got everything set up. Although we found that because the floor is a little higher than it was, just
my really cute rugs can't be used. With the pad, they can be used, but not with the pad.
What are they called?
It's ruggable bath mats.
Yeah, so they have these rugged under pad that has like a Velcro top, and you put the decorative mat on top of it. Really, really comfortable, really cushy, really firm. Like the mat has rubber on the bottom so it doesn't slip at all. They're really, really nice. We actually have a runner in the kitchen and a Star Wars themed rug in the living room that are really, really nice, but it doesn't fit anymore right there by the closet door in the bathroom. So we had to replace it. So we're looking for Jeannie's got new ones coming. We're going to take a look. So, change happens. We love change.
Yes.
We really love change.
There are some things I want to change. All right. Anyway, so that's it with the house update. We mentioned earlier that we stopped by Happy Medium Book Club this morning.
So we did.
It is their 3rd birthday. It's one of the first places that Jerry had a book signing. That's where we both learned to play Mahjong.
Right.
I regularly play Mahjong there.
So regularly that when she walked in today, the clerk behind the desk said, "Hey, it's not Mahjong day."
Oops. But I'm not even a regular. I mean, I'm a regular-ish person, but there are other people. I'm sure they know the regulars.
So
anyway.
So we went there today. So they're having a big celebration today for their 3rd birthday. They're having giveaways. They had an audio walk this morning.
Yeah. They're doing a book swap.
We're
telling you all these things that you missed out on. But anyway.
Well, yes, you did. Unless you saw my posts earlier on social media and you went there. But
time travel.
But or you can time travel. So I took 2 of my books, a copy of the Failsafe Program and Cybernetic Resonance, donated them to their giveaway. I was happy to do that. So hopefully whoever gets those will enjoy reading them.
Yeah.
And will buy my next book.
Yeah.
So, or will recommend them to 2 of their friends.
Yes.
And 2 of their friends and 2 of their friends.
Right.
The commercial is a shampoo commercial or something, isn't it?
Sure.
It's the commercial where you tell 2 friends.
Or is it an STD?
It's
public service announcement.
See, You can look this up later, and you're going to say that right. It's a shampoo commercial or something.
Okay. Anyway, so and their friends and their friends and two of their friends, and suddenly everybody's going for a shot.
But
anyway,
we did want to celebrate their birthday because they were the first place we did a book signing. A successful book signing. It was very good. They're little local shop right around the corner from our house. We support that. The local bookstores are coming back. That's a good thing.
Yes. We actually bought a physical book. Yeah. Dun dun dun.
We actually bought a physical book, a little art print of Jacksonville.
Yep.
Of the map art, an artistic map of Jacksonville. And Jeannie bought a book, had them order a book for her,
because it has sprayed edges with flamingos on them.
So we're debating now whether or not we're going to produce a version of one of my books with sprayed edges. So it's probably going to happen.
I think cybernetic resonance, that little robot on the side would be with red.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It would be sharp looking.
So we might do that.
And then the sound thing on there too.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Well, damn, here we go.
We have to see. There are some companies that do that. It is very expensive to self-publish like that, but we will look into that. But we did want to say happy birthday to Happy Medium Books and support local bookstores. If you don't frequent local bookstores, you can still support local bookstores through bookshop.org. It is a website that allows you to order books online. They will deliver them directly to your home. You can buy ebooks there, and you can either select a local bookstore that will get profit for your purchases, or if you don't select one, the profit goes into a fund that they distribute to all of their member bookstores.
Yes.
It's a fantastic way for these stores to have an online presence where most of them couldn't afford to do it on their own. So bookshop.org, if you're looking to buy online books, it's absolutely a place to do them. Because of our relationship with Ingram Spark, you can get my books through there as well. So if you're looking for book purchases, bookshop.org, support your local bookstores.
Cool.
So next up, we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Star Trek. I don't know if you can hear that or not. My communicator.
You probably have to put it next to the microphone.
Oh, you mean like? Hang on just a second. I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Oh my God.
Okay. So we're going to talk about Star Trek. The real reason we're talking about Star Trek is because we watched the first episode of the fourth season of Strange New Worlds last night.
Yes.
And
it was fantastic.
It was amazing. This show continues to be the best Star Trek produced, I think, since the early years of Next Generation.
Yeah.
Let me back up. Middle years, second, third, fourth season of Next Generation. First season was a little rough, but it's the first.
Gotta love Picard, though.
Yes, the characters are amazing. So, but in a return to episodic Star Trek, which is something that is difficult to do these days because all TV shows are pretty much story arcs these days. That's just the way modern storytelling is. But Star Trek, I think, does very well in this episodic format, and so I was very happy when they were able to bring that to Star Trek, especially with the characters of Captain Pike and Number One,
played by Anson Mount. Yum.
And of course, bringing back the Spock character, Nurse Chapel, since the second season, Lieutenant Uhura, and now more and more of the original characters are in the show.
Yeah, there's Scotty.
Scotty is there, but
Kirk's brother
is there. Jim. Although of course he's not in the original series.
No, what's his name?
A few moments later.
Sam, right?
Sam, yeah.
One eternity later.
Is it Sam or George?
It's one of those. I don't know. You're the Star Trek guy. Oh my gosh. Total geek credit just out the window.
Lost on my credit. Great. I think it's Sam. But anyway, getting back to episode 1 of the fourth season, and of course, very sort of bittersweet because it is the last season for Strange New Worlds. That's very sad. But this episode was fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, what a way to start the 4th season. If they can keep this up the entire season, I'll be satisfied.
Well, but they do that every season.
Yeah,
You're
they
just
do.
like, well, what else could they do?
Yeah.
And then
But
they pull out a
this
whole
is-
musical.
yeah. So and there's still some big stuff left this season because aren't they doing the
I have read nothing about this season because I see something on my phone and I scroll past it because I'm like, nope.
aren't they doing the puppets episode this year? Yeah, they're doing the puppet episode this year. Anyway, but this show, and I don't want to give away much about the show, but it is a.
I mean, it's everywhere about what the thing is.
It is a time travel show.
It's a Prime Directive
show. It looks into the origins of the universe, really.
Yeah, well,
as we know it,
and our solar system,
and it examines. Maybe not. Maybe you shouldn't examine it a little too closely, but examines time travel mechanics too. Though, as usual, I don't know where that was, but there's some. Maybe it was the Avengers movie. You can't do time travel without paradoxes because no matter how carefully you do it, you're going to create a paradox of some kind, and they did in this show as well. But it was very, very well done. It reminded me of some classic Trek episodes. And some episodes that never got aired. This whole time travel and the what's the word I'm looking for?
I have no idea.
Consequences.
Okay.
The consequences of time travel is something that Gene Roddenberry played with over and over and over again. And this episode, I couldn't help but think when I was watching this episode last night that he would have been very, very happy about this episode.
I think he would have been happy with this whole series. I think this is, the original series, which we never called it that. It was just Star Trek.
Just Star Trek.
But that was his passion. He broke ground with that. And I think Strange New Worlds is doing that. And again, Anson Mount.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's the modern day James T. Kirk that I fell in love with as a child.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's not surprising because that was the original name of the character that Roddenberry created. It became Kirk later, only because the actors changed.
So it was going to be Pike?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. In the original series, the pilot was Captain Pike. The actor who played him didn't return for the series, which is why they changed the name.
Oh.
That's why.
Oh.
Jeffrey Hunter refused to return for the
I bet he
series.
kicked himself in the...
Well, there was a whole story around that.
Why would you...
Something to do with his wife or something. I don't remember.
Actors.
But he didn't want to come back for the series, and so they recast that role, and that's how it could. But that was the original name of the character, so it doesn't.
What a break for William Shatner!
It was a break for William Shatner, and history was made. But so it's not surprising. I mean, Pike is a little different than Kirk in the original story, but.
Well, I mean, they portray Captain Pike as very different than Kirk.
Yeah.
He's more of a pacifist. He's maybe not pacifist is the wrong word. He believes in diplomacy before violence.
Yeah. I mean, some of that is just the maturity of the storytelling because they talked about the Prime Directive, of course, was written into the original series, but it was not there at the beginning. That came later as they started to develop the stories. So, and they played a very fast and loose with the Prime Directive.
Well, of course they did.
Series.
I mean, they have through every iteration of Star Trek.
They tried in Next Generation. Roddenberry tried to get much more control in that and to take that more seriously, and they made more conscious decisions not to break the Prime Directive. It just makes sense that it's more mature now. But what I've always loved about Strange New Worlds is that there's been criticism of other iterations of Star Trek, for example, Enterprise, because they updated all the technology, and that made people a little uncomfortable. I get it, but you can't really do the the sort of hokey, low budget 60s ship design.
Big glowing buttons that you press.
Glowing buttons and mood lighting. You can't really do that in modern storytelling without looking campy.
People would go, pfft.
Yeah. So I get that criticism for Enterprise, but what they did in Strange New Worlds was to take the original designs and modernize the designs. So it looks new, it looks fresh, it looks realistic,
but it still looks like the bridge.
The bridge looks right because they're very good about using the design concepts to update it. So the communicators, for instance, are sleeker and more well-designed communication devices, but they look like the communicators. They have that. So they have that functionality. They look the same, but they're different.
So Una was pulling out her tricorder, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a tricorder.
Right.
It looked like a tricorder,
even though the
display
the display is not all digital now, and it's all real and looks really, really cool. But they kept the concept and the design elements, which is all they really needed to do. So,
okay, I'm going to do a spoiler.
Yeah.
Because one of the coolest things that I learned in this series is that their phasers only stunned. They stunned.
They hadn't really said that up until now, but yes.
And in this episode, Scotty had done some adjustments to the phasers, and now they disintegrated.
Yeah.
And so the
first time.
Yeah, they tried it out on some trees. So they could see the laddie behind them that turned out to be a lassie.
Yes.
And so that was kind of a cool little geeky tech thing that I really enjoyed in the episode.
Right. So again, I don't know where they're going this season. I haven't read a whole lot about it either. My understanding is there's going to be some more tie-ins to the original series as they get closer to the end of this show. I don't know that they're going to do
Do you think they're going to do where he gets hurt? Spoiler, if you don't know, Captain Pike ends up in a wheelchair.
I don't know. Let me tell you what I wish they would do. And I don't know that they're going to do this. What I wish they would do is I wish they would segue the 4th season of Strange New Worlds into this concept that I've heard talked about in fan circles.
The original series.
The original series, year 1.
Oh, yeah.
And what I wish they would do is take that further and have the original series, new cast, obviously, because I think we're at the point where we can do that.
Well, yeah, you can't have William Shatner as Kirk.
99-year-old William Shatner.
No, and they've already introduced Kirk.
They already have, and they've already recast several of the other parts, too. And I think people are willing to do that now because enough time has passed. What I really wish they would do is take, year 1, they can tell brand new stories, but then as the series progresses, they could retell some of the classic stories, update them to modern storytelling.
That would be cool.
Tell some of those stories the way they should have been told, but they weren't able to be told before. We could go back and see The Cage done in modern style with modern storytelling. That would be really, really cool.
It would be.
Intermixed with regular stories. I don't know that they're going to do that.
I don't know, though. I like the little air bubble.
Well, they could still have that.
Air bubble aliens.
They've already done the Telosians in this series.
They have? Yeah, I don't remember that.
Early on, there was a flashback. There was a flash forward.
Now I just want to go back and
we'll have to rewatch Strange New World. But I really wish they would do that with moving forward into the original series stories, because I just think that's where the natural progression of the story is. And I hope they do. I
really like the episodic episodes.
But the episodic format is really good.
Yes, we're getting a big arc.
Right.
But that's true of every episodic show you've seen.
Think about it. How cool would it be to tell some of the classic stories again? In fact, you have a prop from one of the classic stories.
I do.
And how cool would it be to tell the Trouble with Tribble story again? How cool would that be?
You have a dark one too, don't you?
I have several at work. One of which is broke. The vibration is broke. Such now. That one sounds a little bit too much like the Joker to me. But
he's dying. Okay,
probably needs new batteries. Anyway, Jeannie was just before recording time was lamenting the fact that we didn't really plan to do a whole Star Trek toy episode, because if we did, there are Star Trek stuff all over the house. We have Star Trek potato heads,
Barbies,
Star Trek Barbies. We have all sorts of Star Trek themes. There's Star Trek. We have Star Trek.
Oh yeah, we do.
Mirror Universe.
She's so hot.
Uhura. Well, Uhura's hot in any.
She is
in any iteration. So we have Star Trek toys all over the house.
Yes,
it would have been nice to showcase them all on the episode, but we'll just have to do another episode. And it only occurred to us as we were talking about Strange New Worlds, which we watched last night, that it is, and because they did a big bumper for the start of the show, sort of it's really kind of a trademark piece, the little.
It's like an intro.
Little intro they do to movies or shows these days, usually for the production companies.
Yeah,
this one's the Star Trek has all the
Star Wars episodes, has one. Yeah. Disney does their castle.
Castle.
So Star Trek
intro, little Star Trek with all the
ships,
with all the Enterprise versions of the Enterprise.
So cool.
It was really, really cool. And then a big 60 for the 60th anniversary. So
yes, because Star Trek is 60 years old.
60 years old.
And it's still younger than Jerry. It's older than me, though.
Yeah. So that's true. Since I was born in February, Star Trek first aired in September. However, Star Trek, the series, actually filmed the first episode, The Cage, the year before. So it's actually older.
Doesn't count.
But the broadcast age
doesn't count.
The date that they use, the 60-year date that they use, is in September when they first aired. So
Jerry's older than Star Trek.
I am just by a little bit. I am older than Star Trek, not by a lot.
Yes.
But it's kind of fitting, I guess, since I have grown up loving that show. And of course,
I have too.
Never watched it when it was on prime time because I was like 3 when it went off the air.
So the funniest Star Trek story I have is my parents got brand new washer and dryer. And I have 2 older brothers and an older sister. And my sister and I fought because I don't know. That's just what sisters do. But I was really close with my younger oldest brother. And so he was a huge Star Trek fan, and he made his cardboard box into the Enterprise. And so we would get into his box and my sister would get into her box, and we talk about blowing her out of the sky because she was a Klingon. So yeah. Oh.
So whenever I bring up the Klingons, the line that Jeannie says is,
I don't know. What do I say?
My sister was a Klingon.
Oh, my sister's yeah, she was a Klingon.
So I don't know that I have a great, the only Star Trek story I have 2. Both of them have to do with my sister.
Oh, yeah, because it was a Brady Bunch or Star Trek, right?
Yes. So the first one is that when I was watching Star Trek, I was watching it in syndication. It was on 7 o'clock every night. And I would, religiously sit down and watch it. But my sister always wanted to watch the Brady Bunch. And this was, the late 70s, early 80s. We had one TV.
Yeah.
We didn't have multiple TVs. We had one TV. So my parents would make us alternate watching Star Trek on one night and the Brady Bunch on the next night. Well, of course, that's all good, well and good, except for the night that they would play the Menagerie, the only 2-part episode in the original series, because they'd play part 1 on one day and part 2 on the next day. And I would have to miss the second episode if my sister got to watch Brady Bunch. So I would have to negotiate in order to get to watch the second episode.
So what did you give to her?
I don't know. I probably had to give her 2 days of watching Brady Bunch or something. I don't remember, but it was a fight every time. I remember that. And then the second story is my revenge for that.
Oh yeah, the movie.
So when Star Trek: The Motion Picture came out in 1979, it came out opening day, and I don't know why. I asked my mom to take me to it. She didn't really want to go, so she kept putting me off. I kept nagging at her all day on opening day, all day long. Finally, she gave in, and she decided to take us to the midnight showing of Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Wow.
So, because she didn't want to leave my sister alone at the house, I thought Dad was there sleeping, but I don't know why she didn't leave her there, but she didn't. She woke my sister up, and she took her with us. So the only two things I remember from that movie, other than the film, which I was transfixed,
Right.
the film was,
oh man, the first time you see the Enterprise,
oh no,
gosh,
it's amazing. But I remember two things from that movie. One, my sister complaining the whole time. She still has not forgiven me to this day about that. And two, this group of Star Trek fans who sat down in front of us, and one of them was a non-English speaker, and his friend translated the entire movie.
Oh my goodness.
I, of course, did not care because I was just locked into watching the movie. They were annoying everybody else. So that's my two Star Trek shows. I'm sure I have plenty of other Star Trek memories.
I mean, growing up, I was determined that I was going to marry James T. Kirk. That was the man that, oh my gosh, he'd make a great husband.
I have lots of other stories. I went to Star Trek conventions as a young.
Oh yeah, you have all the signatures.
So probably the best one.
Oh yeah,
was that at a very small convention here in Jacksonville, out near the airport somewhere. I can't remember where it was. James Doohan, who played Scotty, they were doing a celebrity fan trivia contest, and I actually played trivia with Jimmy Doohan, with Scotty.
Lame claim to fame.
It's a lame claim to fame. I think I actually touched George Takei once.
Oh my.
I think my recollection, this could be completely made up in my head, but my recollection is that we were standing just outside of the main hall, and he was about to go on, and I was looking at this. They had this artwork display next to the door, and I was looking at it. He stopped and was waiting on them to announce him, and he got distracted looking at it. And they announced him, and he didn't react right away.
Oh,
and
so you
I tapped him on the shoulder, and he was like, "Oh," and he had to go. And so that's my recollection. It could be completely made up in my head, but I do remember that. He probably doesn't,
no.
And I probably made it up.
Probably.
There you go. Those are my Star Trek stories.
Little lame claim to fame.
The Jimmy Doohan story is true, though. I did
yes.
play trivia with Jimmy Doohan at a convention in Jacksonville.
I've never met any of the Star Trek actors. I don't think I've never met. Oh my gosh, I've never met an actor that I know of. I mean, I know actors.
Yeah, I did. I've gotten. We used to go to the conventions. I used to go to the conventions.
Even when we went to the convention, we didn't do any of the fan.
No, that was Star Wars, though.
Yeah. So.
Oh my God! Trek. You're mixing them up.
What's the difference?
I'm not going there.
There's absolutely no difference.
I'm not going
yes,
there.
There is. Anyway, so Star Trek, which is younger than Jerry.
Not by much, and not really, but officially, yes.
Wow, I think somebody has some feelings about that.
Anyway, I wish I could remember the first time I ever saw Star Trek and what episode it was, but I absolutely cannot.
I don't know. I just remember sitting on our big console TV, and it was great. And
yeah, I really wish that's a memory I wish I really had of the first time I saw that show and what episode it was.
The whole cardboard Klingon ship thing is pretty much ingrained in my head.
I do remember that the episode that scared me for a long time was The Devil in the Dark with the
I don't know titles, so
with the Horta.
Are the Horta the ones that look like throw up?
Yeah,
and they
look like a cheeseburger.
They
no. No. Not the little
Oh, the cave,
the cave
rock eaters.
cave rock eaters. They look like giant cheeseburgers.
That scared you?
Scared me, yeah.
See, now for me, it was the other one with the ones that they go to that
Operation Annihilate.
Sure, they go to that city.
Yes,
and
that is. By the way, just so you know, that episode features a story about Kirk's family. His brother is in that episode.
Well, now we got to watch it again. Yeah, but anyway,
he's a corpse.
Oh,
he dies before the episode starts. But anyway,
so yeah. Anyway, that creature sticks on the back of Spock, and I was like, yeah,
right.
Didn't like that.
Operation Annihilate.
Okay,
it's the episode name.
It's the throw up vomit creature. That's what it looks like. Looks like those plastic,
it looks like fake throw up.
Yes, that you used to get at Spencer
Gifts. It look like a melted amoeba or something.
I don't.
But anyway, so we could talk all day about Star Trek.
We really could.
We could because I absolutely love Star Trek. There are iterations of it that are not my favorite. Discovery, but there is absolutely no iteration.
Why do you have pyrotechnics on the frickin' bridge?
I don't know why there's always Newton rings either everywhere.
Right? That is just some. That is some.
It's overdone.
What's the word I'm looking for? Prima donna camera.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's camera effects for the sake of doing them, but I don't think it brings anything. It's an artistic touch that doesn't bring anything.
I mean, they do a lot of that in the remake of the Star Trek.
Yes.
Anyway.
I think that was overdone too. But
I like that movie.
But so I was actually reminded last night watching the first episode of season 4 of Strange New Worlds that they do a much better job in Strange New Worlds than they did in Discovery of not sacrificing drama for the technology, right? So what do we have? We have a ship that's damaged. We have a shuttlecraft that has to land. They have limited energy. They can't just transport over to get the iridium that they need and transport back. Because they can't, they have to do they have all this drama that they have to deal, right?
Right.
All of the major part of this episode where they have this drama in this very prehistoric location would have been lost if they could just flash instant transport and transport back.
Right.
So I never liked the technology in Discovery, the final user Discovery, because it ruined the dramatic elements of the show or made it very hokey when you had to find ways around that. So very, very well done for the showrunners for Strange New Worlds.
If you haven't watched Strange New Worlds,
go watch it
and
now.
You like good TV, and you don't have to be a Star Trek fan, but it helps if you are. It's a really good series. Yep. It is on Paramount. We love it. I think you'll love it. Go watch it.
Go watch it. If you like science fiction, if you just like good drama, If you ever watched any Star Trek and liked it, go watch it. It's very, very good.
Lots of cultural, fun things going on in it.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I think we've done it.
I think we have.
So, thank you for tuning in for another episode of The Co-Authored Life. We don't have any fancy outro these days, do we?
No, just say who you are.
Us, and I'm J.E. Sutton Jr.
And I'm Miramani. I'm Jeannie.
That is Jeannie's favorite episode.
It is. Paradise Syndrome? No, that's Paradise Syndrome's the one where they're on the farm. Oh, well.
No. You're right. It's Paradise Syndrome is correct. This side of Paradise is the one where they're on the farm.
Oh, okay. Oh my God,
if I got that wrong. Jeannie will correct me because I don't get it wrong often. But yes.
No.
Yeah. The other one is one of my favorites when they're on the farm because it's Gerald Ireland, love affair with Spock. Spock gets into a fist fight with Kirk. It's pretty cool.
Anyway, I'm Jeannie. Thank you for joining us today. We'll see you in the next chapter.